Hi, I'm Peter Travers, movie critic for Rolling Stone, and I'm here to tell you what's going on at the movies. This isn't such a bad weekend for movies, I gotta say, you know. 2 movies are actually good that are opening wide. I'm gonna start with the one that it has my secret heart. Sometimes they call it guilty pleasure, but I'm not guilty about this one. It's called Drag Me to Hell. And it's directed by Sam Raimi, who has done the Spider-Man trilogy. And this time he's gone back to his roots when in the early 80s he did a movie called The Evil Dead. I mean, I don't know if you're part of the cult. I am. Evil Dead was so great. It was so raunchy and so bloody that they couldn't even give it a rating. It was way past NC-17. He made The Evil Dead 2 and he made Army of Darkness, but then Sam Raimi decided that he was going to go mainstream, and he did these Spider-Man movies, which have made him a billionaire. But this is a return to that. This is a return to cheap horror movie. And what's it about? Alison Lohman. She's a bank loan officer. She's engaged to Justin Long, and they're having a happy life. And in order to keep her job in this world of a downturned economy, she's got to tell an old lady that she's not going to give her a mortgage on her house and she's going to live on the streets. Look, there's a message for you right away. And this old lady gets so pissed off, so royally pissed off, that she says, "You shame me, I put the curse of the Lamia on you." And when I say a curse of the Lamia, you know, you look at this movie, it says it's rated PG-13. I have never seen a PG-13 rating stretched like this one is. This poor Alison Lohman is slimed all over her body. This old rotted-teeth woman comes up and makes her life hell and threatens that this Lamia will come and drag her to hell. I'm not going to say anything more except you will be grossed out and you will laugh. You will just keep laughing because it's that kind of movie. You know, Justin Long was just here at Rolling Stone today doing an interview with me for this new show we're doing called Off the Cuff with Peter Travers. And you can look for that on my blog on Friday on the Travers Take. But he bitched unmercifully about the fact that he got to be the girlfriend in the movie. Alison Lohman is the one that has all the curses hitting her, while he has to be understanding and nice. Alison Lohman, your co-star, gets slimed in every way on earth. You know, it's just and you don't get any of that. You're the boyfriend.
I'm telling you.
You got screwed by being. I would have insisted that there'd be a moment where I was dragged into.
Because Sam let me write some of it with him. We were sort of tweaking the character in the beginning and trying to flesh out, because it was written very, you know, it was written as the girlfriend, basically. I'm the girlfriend, and it's her journey, and she's the protagonist. So we spent some time, Sam and Ivan and I, kind of like trying to, and we wrote in a few things, because I really was desperate to have a little bit of that connection to the horror side aspect of the movie, and it all got cut out. It all got cut out. But he does understanding and nice really well, and you will leave this movie saying to your friends, "Yuck, ew, what could make anybody happier?" You know, you can't miss this one. So what's the other good movie? The other good movie is called Up. This is the 10th animated movie from Pixar. As far as I'm concerned, it's 10 out of 10 for those people. You know, whether it's Finding Nemo or Toy Story or WALL-E last year, they just know how to do it. And this sounds on the surface like it's a little dull. It's like an old man who's living this kind of quiet life. He's retired, his wife is dead, and he sold balloons all his life, and he decides to tie his house to those balloons and fly away to this place he dreamed about going, to the Venezuelan rainforest, and just go away. And an 8-year-old boy, little chubby boy, gets on with him, and he doesn't know what to do with this kid. And I'm thinking, oh, put the violins out there, hearts and flowers. No. Everything in this movie is shocking, from the attack dogs in it, from the way the sentimentality is handled, from just when you think you can just plan out every next scene, you can't. The images are great. In terms of Up, you can see this movie in 2D, or you could see it in some theaters in 3D, where you wear these glasses with the funny lights and you put this on and you see colors. And I kind of like that, but you know what? Pete Docter, who directed this movie, he didn't really make it for 3D. And I saw it both ways. And I've got to say that when you see it in 3D, you lose a little of the light. It gets just a little dimmer. The color palette goes down a little. So if you don't have a theater showing it in 3D, don't consider yourself a loser. You're not, because this movie looks great in 2D.
It looks great any way you see it. Ed Asner does the voice of the old man. He does it with that kind of crankiness that takes away any sense that you're going to get syrup or anything else. You are going to be surprised in every frame, and you're going to look back on it at the end of the year and say, this is one of the best movies I saw in the year 2009. I'm telling you that here now. All right, I sound too happy. I know I sound too happy. So I've got to do Scumbucket. But how can I do that when the only two movies opening this weekend are Up and Drag Me to Hell, and I like the hell out of both of them? I can do it because last week one movie tried to sneak by me. They didn't show it to critics. I had to go to the theater and see it, and that was called Dance Flick. That is all the Wayans brothers. I didn't even know there were 5 Wayans brothers, but there are. And they wrote it and they did it, and they're basically spoofing dance movies like High School Musical, Save the Last Dance for Me. Wayans, don't you know that those movies are already spoofs? I'm already laughing at them when I see them in the beginning. There was nothing to make fun of. And so you get one skit after another that doesn't work. I mean, I laughed a little at the pregnant breakdancing woman, but that was it. So Scumbucket, with all of those people there, with everybody that's rounding up from the Chihuahuas to Wolverine, welcome. The Chihuahuas can arf, arf, and bark. Wolverine can go, ah, and do all that. But he's got to welcome Dance Flick. And I'm Peter Travers.